and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. What you like, what you want, what you like. It's on, keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. Only made one when they made this. Blood, flesh and bone, all I got, all I'm gonna leave with before you make me jump ship or deep six. I release hits, make sure to rip. Word common and spit, bust accurate. Chronicles of life, play your own risk. Life not a game, but each day bring a new twist. Handle display calm, you're living it. See us set the stage for most who won't live. That glamorous excitement type live. What you like, we still living in world of tripe bids and shice kids. Nice kids and life bids. Streets part of the uniform, we set it on. Chemist to your apple pot holes in your lawn. Sweetie shaking that ass for the cash you keep on. You're funny how things change, no harm to your game and it's get yours. All this work to get paid, some just made, some eternal just slave. Life is a stage where I praise to see the next day. Bless the child, you style and create. Chose for this, it's not the path that I made. No, you lie.
What you like?
It's on, keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. What you like, what you want, what you like. Keep it going, keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high.
Working it and working it.
Working it, working it, working it, working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. What you want, what you like. So keep working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky. All it is fundamental. Seek high level of truth. Drown this overproof flow state. Fountain of youth from days of youth. Had the force to move like juice. Young worthy of a Jedi. Seek peace, surviving the same thing. Don't put no change to my frame. Leave my words to remind you what I came. What is life if you can't live it to the limit? Nothing to gain. Your life, your pain, no one to blame. I made my word, born to keep it on. Stand strong in the sandstorm. Running long like a marathon. Longevity, the melody. Mastermind thoroughly. Throughout my kind, we bless heavy. Sticking for the bills, we mega gems. Enterprising worldwide, and it's be lit model to the end. Original, official, what to step to. Slave for, holding down the reason why we step into your town. Hold me down for my people who know this here. Hard town, traveling it don't stop. Never won't stop, what you like. What you want, what you like. It's on, keep it going, keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. What you like, what you want, what you like. It's on, keep it going, keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. It's on, what you want, what you like. It's on, what you want, what you like. It's working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. What you like. What you think about the end?
It is hour number 3 of the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. Hour number 3. Thank you for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show, the realest, truest sports and guy talk show in America. The number is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Man, really not a lot going on in the world of sports. We're starting to get into the malaise of the NFL offseason. No college football, no NFL. So show's going to be a lot geared towards the NBA. I mentioned at the top of the show, man, I prefer if there's a great NBA game on, like say Golden State is taking on OKC or Golden State is taking on Cleveland, I'd rather watch that than Duke and North Carolina. You know, I'm an NBA guy more so than a college basketball guy. You know, little college basketball stories are going to come up here and there, but until the tournament really gets started, I don't think most sports fans are really into it. At least not like it used to be back in the day. It seems like back in the day, the college basketball was more prevalent. And I can't put my finger on it why. Maybe it has something to do with the best players, you know, being gone after a year or two. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't seem as prevalent and as exciting as back in the day for some reason. But we will get into a lot of NBA basketball talk around here on the Doug Stewart Show. Hey, but a couple little stories, man, that kind of hit home for the state of Georgia. But former Miami Dolphins and University of Georgia defensive end Quentin Moses, man, died Sunday morning in a house fire that also killed a woman and her child. He had been an assistant coach for Reinhardt University the past 5 seasons. Here's a quote. Our thoughts and prayers are with Quentin's family, athletic director Greg McGarity said in a statement. We are shocked and saddened by this tragic news, McGarity being the AD at the University of Georgia. And Moses was picked in the 3rd round of the 2007 NFL Draft, 65th overall by the Raiders. I had forgot this. But he never played for the team. He was cut after his first year. The Dolphins claimed him off waivers after he was released before the start of the 2000 season, once again by the Raiders. And he ended up playing 4 seasons. He had 3.5 sacks and 35 tackles while playing D-end and linebacker. So it never really worked out. I remember when he was at Georgia, man, he was a beast. Tall kid, long, rangy. As a redshirt junior, Quentin Moses received all SEC honors by amassing 11.5 sacks and 20.5 tackles for loss. That's right. Following his senior season in the last campaign in college, Moses was selected by the Raiders once again. Never played for them, was cut before the season started. That rarely happens. To be drafted as high as he was and to get released, that rarely happens. But he went on to play 4 years for the Dolphins, man. And just a tragic, tragic story, man. A young kid like that dying in a house fire, man. Rest in peace to the great Quentin Moses. And one other, I guess you would call it, much more than the last story. One more positive story, interesting story. Brandon Phillips is leaving Cincinnati, joining the Atlanta Braves. BP. That's right. Yeah, the second baseman is headed to the Atlanta Braves as part of a three-player trade. The Reds received left-handed pitcher Andrew McCarrahan and right-hander Carlos Portuondo. Man, the most hits by a second baseman since 2006, a little stat I found online. The only other second baseman that has more hits than Brandon Phillips over the last 10 years is Robinson Cano by a lot, by like 300 hits, but still, that's saying a lot. So number 1 is Robinson Cano, number 2 is Brandon Phillips, number 3, Ian Kinsler, number 4, Dustin Pedroia. Phillips is in the final year of his 6-year, $72.5 million extension that he signed in 2012. He will make $14 million in the upcoming season. So Brandon Phillips, he actually lives here in ATL. He was actually a neighbor. I don't think it's out of he lived in the same subdivision as my brother at one time. I'm not sure if he still lives in the subdivision. I haven't seen him lately, but I'm going to say probably 8-9 years ago, Brandon Phillips actually lived in kind of like the same neighborhood as my brother. And so know him very well. We used to have him on the show. I think I can actually get him on the show. I'm going to try to get him on the show. Maybe leading up to the season, the closer we get the baseball season, we'll try to get BP, that's what they call him, Brandon Phillips, on the show. He's 35 years of age. He's played 15 years in the majors, the past 11 with Cincinnati. He's a 3-time All-Star who has a career 275 hitting average and has won 4 Gold Gloves. Last season, Phillips hit 291 with 11 homers and 64 RBIs. So the Braves trying to stir things up a little bit as they move into their new stadium. Pitchers and catchers meet when? Tomorrow. Yeah, pitchers and catchers meet tomorrow. First full workout for the Braves will be February 18th. So Braves bringing in a little name. We don't talk about it a lot. We don't talk a lot of baseball around here, obviously. But Braves moving into a new stadium in Cobb County, Georgia, leaving Turner Field, downtown ATL, kind of out to the suburbs. Now, when I say suburbs, in relative terms to a lot of other places, it's almost as You know, it's not downtown, but it's very close, like 15 minutes north of Atlanta. But they're bringing in a couple guys, man, and maybe the Braves can turn things around. Last year, a real tough year for the organization, so they're bringing in Brandon Phillips to try to stir things up a little bit. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I'll hold that story till the next segment. Let me read a couple of messages in the chat room on Spreaker.com. This is hour number 3. This is the Power Hour. Yes, sir. From Gilliard Road's finest, he says, Doug, she sings the Monday night and Sunday night football theme music. Oh, Carrie Underwood. Somebody had mentioned Carrie Underwood earlier as, you know, very talented singers, white female singers, R&B soul singers. Okay, so yeah, I don't know anything that she has outside of those 2 songs as far as songs in the radio. But okay, yeah, she can sing. From Big Apple Bastard. Oh, my gosh. Good morning, Big Apple Bastard. You know what? Stop that. Big Apple Bastard man has turned a new leaf in 2017. So let's see what he has to say. Big Apple Bastard says, Al Jarreau has his own genre. Idiots. Oh, come on, Big Apple Bastard. That wasn't nice. Come on, bruh. You were doing so well. Why would you call the Stewies, and I guess you're including me in that, why would you call the Stewies and me out of our names? And I mentioned it earlier, man. No disrespect to the great Al Jarreau. I don't know what you would classify his music as. You say he has his own genre? I don't know. I mean, I guess if I had to put it in a category, it was jazz. Is Al Jarreau your uncle or something? Come on, bro. You were doing so well. Now. Come on now. And that's, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that little comment, calling people out of their names, I'm going to let that go. And if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, Big Apple Bastard is a very cantankerous fellow. He actually received the Buster of the Year in Sports Entertainment and Beyond for the calendar year 2016 because he's just ornery. And he just had a real nasty, mean, unpleasant disposition. But this year, 2017, man, he'd been doing good. He called the show every once in a while. He was doing fine until that comment just now. Let's get it back on track, Big Apple Bastard. From Grego X Squad, yup, in Smyrna, but they're calling it Vinings so that it can still have an Atlanta address. Vinings is in Cobb County but carries an Atlanta address. So I used to live right over there off of Delk Road when I first moved to Atlanta. So I know exactly what you're talking about, Grego. And are they giving it a Vinings address? And Vinings does have an Atlanta address. Okay, I guess so. I mean, but I guess it wouldn't be Cobb County. Would that be Fulton County? It'd have to be Fulton County. Is Vinings considered Fulton County? It doesn't even matter, but that's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were – I thought it was Marietta. For people that know Georgia, Metro Atlanta geography, from 334 Bama Boy, I'm a Braves fan since I was a kid. I'm not going to Cobb to watch a game. I'd rather go to a road game. Yeah, I don't like the fact of the pro teams not being downtown, centrally located. Right. It's something about that I don't like because you want it to be in striking distance for Metro Atlanta. For people that live on the south side, people that live in East Point, Jonesboro, College Park. I like saying College Park. For people that live down there, they got to go past the city and go north to get to Cobb County. At the time, they play baseball games like 7 o'clock p.m. I mean, that's impossible for somebody from Jonesboro, College Park, or somebody like that to get to that part of Cobb County at that time of the day when traffic is just at a maximum. That's going to be tough as hell. Yeah, that's going to be tough as hell. I don't know. I didn't like that move at all. From Sluggo X Squad, that's Smyrna all day. I lived right off Windy Hill for many years. Okay,